Hi, I'm Richard. I'm part of the team at St Mary's Community Church. This is the first of a series of short talks that I'm going to be doing to explain a bit about who we are and what we do and what we believe. So first, I just want to talk about the church. What is the church? What are we here for? Are we still here? And the first thing I want to say about the church is that it's a small community of people meeting in the church building in St Kilda Road. The church is the people, not really the building. And we're a small part of something very big, the Church of Christ, followers of Jesus worldwide. And this is how it started. When Jesus walked the earth, he called people to follow him, and some people did. And when they did, their whole lives were turned around. Their lives were changed. They were given a new sense of purpose, a new sense of belonging from that moment. And they were very ordinary people. They weren't specially religious, and some of them had a bad reputation. So the respectable religious people attacked Jesus for mixing with them. Here's a few examples. There was Simon Peter and his brother Andrew. They were fishermen. And Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I'll teach you to catch people." And they followed straight away. There was Matthew. He was a tax collector, making plenty of money, but also making himself very unpopular as he worked for the hated Roman occupiers. Jesus said, "Follow me." And he left everything behind, his piles of money neatly stacked in his little booth on the street, and just went with Jesus. Then there was another Simon who was fanatical about getting rid of the Romans, brought in to the same group with Matthew, who had worked for them. It wasn't all men. There were women too. There was Martha and Mary. They were respectable sisters. There was another Mary, Mary Magdalene. She was a woman with all sorts of troubles, but Jesus cleaned out her life. That's just a very small sample. And not everybody who followed Jesus did it straight away. For example, his own brothers couldn't come to terms with what he was doing, but they followed him later. And one of them, called James, became the leader of the church in Jerusalem. But all of them, whether they followed straight away or took their time and came to it later, they all found their lives turned around and they devoted themselves to following Jesus. They weren't people who thought they were good or had it all together. They were people who knew they weren't good and didn't have it all together. But they recognized Jesus as someone who wanted them to join his family all the same. And the church today is made up of nobodies who have been made into somebodies, not because we're anything special, not because of anything good we've done, but just because we realized that God loves us and wants to make us his children. And it's the same for anybody who will believe and follow him. What are we here for? Just that, to love and follow and serve God, supporting each other and serving the communities and loving the communities that God has put us in, to tell good news and to be good news. Is the church still here? Certainly is. The church building is closed most of the time, unfortunately, and we aren't meeting, but we're still around and the church is still open. We're still church. And different people in the church are serving this community or their neighbours in different ways. We're meeting through online services, daily email bulletins and Zoom meetings through the week. On Wednesday mornings, the building is open and we've got food bank for those who need help getting something to eat. There's Come Dine With Us, taking meals to vulnerable older people every week. People working on the community garden. And most of the people involved in these things are not church members, but we're providing the hub for different people to come together and serve the community. You can find our Sunday services any day of the week through the St Mary's Community Church Facebook page. We hope before very long that we'll be able to open the doors to people who just need a quiet place to get away for a time of quiet, to pray, to think, to talk to somebody who will be happy just to listen, or just to have a break in a quiet, safe place. So if you're interested in any of those things, if you need somebody to talk to, if you have any questions, please get in touch. Just leave a comment here on YouTube or on the church Facebook page, or message us on Facebook. And I'll talk to you again next week. So meanwhile, keep well, and may the God of peace be with you.